Welcome back to Pop Kannon, guys. This is episode 25. I'm Jordan.
I am Robert.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Brian, and we're finally old enough to rent a car.
Woohoo! Yeah. Accessibility.
So we're here to talk about a TV show this week, an entire TV show, not just the pilot episode of a TV show, and that is Remington Steele.
That's right. We all binged Remington Steele over the weekend, and
a show that was referenced multiple times in the show we're actually going to discuss.
Remington Steele Part 2.
No, this episode is all about Amazon's The Boys.
That's right, The Boys, developed by Eric Kripke of Supernatural success.
Oh, there you go, Jordan.
Yeah, another awesome concept for a television series.
And I hate to say it, it is a joint venture between both Amazon and Sony.
Oh.
Can you put in a dramatic sting at that point, Jordan?
Yeah, there it is.
And also executive produced by Evan Goldberg and Seth Rogen of, all of those awesome movies, and then also Preacher, which I've not watched one episode of.
Heard it's really good.
Both adapted by comic books written by Garth Ennis.
Yes.
Boys specifically was written to out-preacher Preacher, was, I think, his direct quote, which is the extreme violence and sex and all that stuff, which was definitely present in the series as well. The Amazon series.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely a bunch of great creative minds coming together, and this is insanity that we got was just that. Pure insanity. Initial thoughts.
Show was wild, dude.
It was wild.
It was so good, but it was just fucking banana pants.
Yeah, I agree. It was, I'd first seen the trailer months ago, and I was like, I'm watching that. I don't know what it is, but I'm watching that. It's got Carl Urban. It's got a baby shooting blue laser beams out of its eyes. That was in the trailer, in the first trailer. I was like, I'm fucking watching that. I have no idea what it is. And Andrew, when I had said in the chat, they're doing something called The Boys, and you're like, oh, I don't know about that. The comic's not that great. So I was like, well, maybe it won't be good, but I'm still watching it.
Yeah, I wasn't huge on the comic. Full disclosure, I never finished it. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll pick it up again now that I really enjoyed the series, but it was just kind of, I don't know, something that, I don't know, it just didn't really mesh well with me, I guess. It was very, out-preachering Preacher. I want to, graphic.
Going for the shock factor, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thumbed through the collected edition over the weekend, and the very first page in the very first word bubble, it was something 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 cunt. So page 1, this is where
because it was probably Butcher saying it, right?
I'm fairly certain, yeah.
Because he drops the word cunt a lot.
And what a performance from Carl Urban as Billy Butcher.
He's the fucking best.
Yeah, dude. He was a huge selling point for me in watching it, because, for only about half of us, this will make sense. He was great in Lord of the Rings. And for more of us, it'll be even more sense that he was great as Judge Dredd.
He was perfect as Judge Dredd.
Yeah, he really was.
I've actually never seen that movie.
Oh, that will have to be remedied at some point.
We could do an S1E1 on the first scene of that movie, and you could decide whether or not you want to watch the rest.
It'll be a 10-minute episode.
It's not how that works. It's not how any of that works. Andrew, what were your initial thoughts on the show?
I really enjoyed it. I was captivated from the beginning, and it was, the world they set up felt a little different than the one from the comics, in a way that, it's still grim and dark and everything, but not as grim and dark, if you can believe that. I liked the characters. I think the development was pretty good. The special effects were great. I enjoyed it, and as the series or the season progressed, and just shit started to ratchet up and up and up, I found myself like tensing more and more and like leaning in further to the screen, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I read after I watched when it first came out. I read like maybe the first 10 issues online, and I'll keep reading it because I actually am into it. There's a lot that lines up. That it is definitely a different take on it than what's in the comics, but I think that enough is in there that it feels like it's pretty. It's a pretty good spiritual, homage, at least, if not adaptation.
So right off the top, we get introduced to Huey Campbell, played by Jack Quaid,
which is so nuts. That's Dennis Quaid's kid.
Yeah,
because he looks
as soon
like
as
a
his
young
name
Dennis
popped
Quaid.
up, as soon as I saw the name Jack Quaid pop up, I was like, "Holy shit!" It all makes sense because look at him. Yeah, it's him and Meg Ryan. Is his mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So both of his parents are like really successful actors, so it kind of makes sense. And instantly, I was very charmed by him. I thought he was really good at portraying Huey.
Huey Campbell.
Yeah, and he just kind of stole the scene, except for when his girlfriend got taken out by A-Train.
Got burst into a puddle of blood and bones. You mean?
It's like, I swallowed one of that bitch's molars on the way through, or some shit like that.
I believe the term would be viscera.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, like, as soon as she stepped down off that curb, I was like, what's going to happen? Is a car going to mow her down? And then next thing you know, it's A-Train, which was crazier because they hadn't even fully set up. That was like your first introduction to like a
super.
Yeah, a super.
Or a soup, or whatever they call it.
That was it was slightly different in the comics, if I remember. Brian, wasn't it like he threw a supervillain into her?
Yeah.
I think that's and because it takes place in, I think it was in the UK. That's where that takes place, and at like a carnival or a festival or something.
But the scene of him still holding her hands is
absolutely.
Yep. And then she's crushed up against the wall in the comic.
Yeah.
Damn.
But then A-Train is like talking to the cops, and he's like, sorry, can you deal with this? I gotta go. And then jets off.
And A-Train is obviously a super speed character like the Flash or Quicksilver.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, all the just about all the Justice League bigwigs have a representation amongst the main group of superheroes called the Seven.
Yeah.
Which is such a fucking great concept.
Yeah.
Like,
and like each character, like Brian just said, the Justice League connection is there, and then like just to think about, because the show is really pondering what do they do when they're not out in the field, basically. Like that's the whole onus of the show. It's just fucking neat to see them at the Justice League like headquarters, like in the bathroom.
Man.
Right. And not just that, but also what do they do when they're actually like real? When they're actually not the paragons of morality that we see them as in the comics, but what would they be like in the real world, because they're people with superpowers. They're not.
And
they're not actual
the answer
gods.
is an ATM and an entertainment factory.
yes, because think of the potential marketing, like all of that ad revenue. They got TV shows, they got documentaries,
movies,
museums, like billboards,
video games.
The idea, dude, just the general idea of that is fucking fascinating. So fascinating. Like I loved that. One of my favorite things is that part of the like mythology within the show, or lore, or however you want to put it.
Mm-hmm.
But I just loved like what they did for that universe in terms of like, oh yeah, they're movie stars. They're like the ultimate celebrity, essentially.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, A-Train has a race against another speedster, and it's, being talked about on SportsCenter. Like, because it would be,
Right. And, like, they all have, like, merch. They have, like, merch tables, like they're professional wrestlers. They do,
God, the con, the little convention, the signing booths that was in, like, one of the mid-season episodes where it's like all the B tier, superheroes.
B tier 7,
or like retired ones.
Yeah, the ones that were on
so
Teenage
cool.
Kicks. Yeah,
It's so fucking cool.
But like, I guess it also plays into it. Like, most of them are friggin' dicks.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like, to the public eye, they're like these gods and these celebrities, but like behind closed doors, they're just a bunch of fucking assholes.
Yeah.
They like the I'm better than you because of X, Y, and Z, and they definitely act like it.
They're absolutely all considering
Garbage
like
people.
yeah. Homelander at one point used the term "mud people"
Yep.
Yeah.
for us. So they're at the very least they're at least like super cynical, like Maeve, like super cynical. She's a
I've
total
never
bitch.
heard anybody more cynical.
Yeah, or just to the wildest extreme that you can go with it is that Homelander is an outright sociopath. Basically a serial killer.
Yeah.
Or
It can be argued.
Serial mass murderer. There we go. I want to specify he is definitely a sociopath. He has no remorse. He has no connection with humanity. That absolutely is a sociopath. Like, he's completely aware of his surroundings. He's not having psychotic episodes. He's fully functioning. He's just a
he's
goddamn...
real happy to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
You're the real heroes. You're the heroes.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
How many
How
times did he
dark
actually
that got.
say that?
A
I think
bunch.
he said that to like every group as, "Hey, you're the real heroes here."
To every police... every police person, every military person, and every group of plane passengers that he was about to kill.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Yeah, Homelander, just conceptually as a character, is obviously like a cross between Captain America and Superman. But
Absolutely.
But the Injustice level Superman,
Yep.
where he's just like pissed off at the world for no reason.
That's a
Well,
good
he
way
is
to put it.
Pretty good reason, I think, in
Yeah,
Injustice.
he's Injustice Superman plus Captain America equals a Trump rally.
So he's like Amalgam Universe super soldier at a Trump rally.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So, going off that, who is everyone's favorite character?
Favorite character in the Seven,
In the-
or just
no,
favorite character in the show?
In the show.
Wow. That's really tough because they're all really good characters.
I have an answer.
Okay. Yeah. Go.
My favorite character in the show, 100%, was the character Mother's Milk, or MM.
Yeah,
They called
MM.
him.
Oh yeah, Mother's Milk.
Fucking loved that guy and
Yeah.
that character and that portrayal. I loved it. That guy was my favorite immediately.
He was really good at selling where his priorities were. And then he was like picking up the phone and on the phone with his girlfriend. No, baby. No, it's fine.
His wife.
Yeah. When they were being all cute with each other on
Yeah.
the phone, and like he's in front of everybody, and he's like, "I don't give a fuck."
Well, no, if you watch an episode of Downton Abbey, then I'm going to be an episode behind.
I guess I'd have to say my favorite character is Annie, a.k.a. Starlight. I don't know if I have to pick one, because I really loved Butcher. I loved Huey. Like Homelander, for being just such a pure sociopath, is so fascinating a character. Popclaw was great. Like, so there are just so many great characters. But if I have to pick one, it would be Annie. I thought that she had like the best arc
Yeah.
throughout that season. And I guess because I can relate to her because I'm what's called, and it's so melodramatic, but that's how the Catholic Church is. I'm a fallen Catholic. I had a very similar religious youth, super religious, and then as years go on, you're like, oh, huh, all right, and it was interesting to see that in her. So yeah, the actress is really interesting because I was like, where have I seen her from? It was like she was in Jessica Jones season 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Oh
then
my
also,
God.
her media handler, the redhead, she was also in Jessica Jones season 1.
Yeah, she I recognized, but yeah, she was. Oh my God, I didn't even realize that was her.
Yeah.
Erin Moriarty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moriarty, yeah. Mm-hmm. She was good. She was really good in this season.
She
She
was.
was just good in this show. Yeah. Andrew?
That is a really tough question.
Okay, Jordan.
Yeah. I really liked Huey, but I don't know. I think Frenchie was also great.
Yeah, Frenchie was great. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I would have to go with Huey, just because his arc just in this season, going from like timid kind of pushover to
Shooting
murderer.
people with a gun.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He's just shooting. Yeah, I guess probably Huey and Frenchie, but Butcher's great. I don't know. It's a tough call, man.
Yeah.
So for me, I think my favorite would be either Butcher or Madeline Stillwell.
Okay.
Oh God.
I really liked her performance and her portrayal of the character.
That was a great fucking character. Great character.
Because she had like
fucking...
layers to her. She wasn't like a one-note villain.
Yeah. Scumbag businesswoman.
I agree. I couldn't like her like character because you're not supposed to, but I agree that she was a good character because you start off the show thinking that she's flirting with Homelander, being the main. She ran his account. She was his handler within Vought, and then you get further on, you're like, is it like flirtatious? Is she actually into him? And then outright, it's that no, she's just been fucking terrified of him, as anyone in that show should be.
Yeah,
in that universe,
it's Superman run amok.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's and I love that they went that, like, they actually had her say the words before her exit.
Which was a fucking stellar scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that scene was so tense.
It was. Because, like, almost immediately, Butcher doesn't have anything anymore.
Right.
And he's just kind of standing there.
Right.
And we
You can
seen
see
how,
that in
Yeah. Carl
can see it in his
Urban's face plays that incredibly well, but also
oh, fuck.
the audience's knowledge of how easy it is for Homelander to murder someone from super far away or up close, depending on what you want, just makes that scene so much more heightened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know what he's capable of and what he's willing to do.
Yeah.
I do like that Butcher's just goes, oh well.
Yep.
And,
That was great.
yeah.
That was so great. But yeah, I mean, Homelander, there was the line about him, like, because basically Vought is a company that manages all of the heroes.
Yeah.
Like, of course, there would be some sort of crazy shell corporation around them, pushing them in certain directions to make the most money.
Yeah.
Right.
And Homelander is constantly being given scripts and throwing them away, much like our president. And deciding he knows what's the best thing to say, more than the corporate script bullshit that he's being given. And then a little bit later in the show, when I don't know if it's when she's trying to sell him on the script or what, but he just rubs in her face like, who thought of going with the cape for the flag for the cape?
Yeah, that
Me.
was early on. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was early on. But yeah,
That was just one of his like, see, I can do this.
you want me to wear red, and I said the flag, and yeah.
Yep. Fucking brilliant, like, little stuff like that, because he cares more about his public
Image.
reputation than anyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he judges whether or not to save people on if they die, can they tell anyone before they die about how I was an asshole? Like,
He and Butcher kind of had the same philosophy for a minute, where it was, they've seen my face, they gotta go.
yep.
Right. Oh yeah, no, they're very much. I mean, obviously Butcher is out to get Homelander, so they're at odds on that. But they're also very much dichotomy of each other.
Yeah, they're like two different sides to a coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it took like a little bit too long to get Butcher's
Motivation.
I feel like it took a little bit too long to get there, because there was a certain point where I'm like, is he just bluffing about everything? Like, I'd like to know what we're playing with here, being 6 episodes into 8 episodes,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sort of depressed that nobody said Mesmer was their favorite character.
Look, Mesmer was great, but he was only in like for an episode,
2.5 maybe.
No, yeah. I don't think he was like he crossed into a second episode, but I believe like total it was probably like one episode's worth of time. Like
fucking fat Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah, no, that was a great character.
But it's just so funny. It's just so funny that there's a fucking mind reading superhero, and he like it's like a complete carnival thing, you know. Like,
yeah. He
did a TV show.
They
like,
met him at
Doogie
the Comic-Con.
Howser. Yeah.
So Jordan, not saying that he should or should not be in his kid's life, but he said that he had read, like basically, and she didn't want him in her life.
She was just being polite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was just what made him go like, okay, fuck it, you know, I'm gonna risk getting killed by the boys and try and get back into Vaught's good graces. Oh man, that was my phone.
How did that end up for him?
He met with the Ceramic Lord.
In a
Not
series, yeah, in a series of graphic violence and death. Holy shit!
Yeah,
that scene was a major what the fuck because they could have cut away like 5 times.
Oh yeah.
Basically, Butcher grabs Mesmer's face and introduces it to the sink in the men's bathroom in the train station.
I like before that when he's punching him, and each time he punches him, Mesmer sees like kind of a flashback to his wife.
Yeah, that was
and he's
really
like,
cool.
I can help you find her, and he's just like, no, I'm gonna crush your face instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking nuts. So what was everyone's favorite scene?
Holy shit. Oh man. I thought so, but it's definitely not like my favorite, but one of my favorite things that happened was Huey getting himself intentionally arrested.
Yeah.
And being put into the cell with Mother's Milk and Frenchie, and them being like, so what's the plan? And he's like, I'm here.
Yeah, Frenchie was like, never before has anyone thrown their life away so thoughtlessly, but I love you.
Like congratulating him, but also being condescending. Fucking, that was such a great. And then he's like, I brought my retainer.
Oh yeah, they thought it was a permanent bridge, and they can't get it out.
And they're fucking punching him in the face. Such a great fucking scene.
It was just Mother's Milk's like, all right, man, I'm gonna get it out of your mouth. I'm gonna count to 3. All right, 1, and then just fucking box him right in the face.
I would have to go with the scene on the airplane.
Oh,
with Homelander and Maeve.
That was brutal.
I thought that was such a well put together sequence. Like, blew my brain. Just the way he immediately gives up, and he's just like, all right, well, fuck him.
But like, it just made me think, how many times has Superman done that?
Just said, fuck it.
No, he absolutely could have just flown from beneath the plane and then just lifted it. He just didn't want to.
Yeah,
right.
It's such a great peer into his character because he so carelessly kills the terrorist in the cockpit that it endangers everyone on the plane. He could have just pinpoint done it, but he just was like, fuck this guy and fuck everyone on this plane. You know.
Yeah, he like full blown Cyclops optic beamed it instead of just like a quick little spook.
and so I watched it a second time over the past week. Not the great, but the really interesting thing about that is on second viewing, because he already has his plan in motion.
Right.
That's Sitwell's plan. Is because she doesn't know about his plan, but it's Sitwell's plan to have them rescue the plane and then get into the military that way. He's already got his plan in motion, so he really doesn't give a fuck what her plan is.
That's why he's just willing to do her stupid corporate bullshit.
Yeah. All these mud people on the plane, they can fuck off, you know.
But the way that he snaps, everybody get the fuck back!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just screaming at them. I was like, holy shit.
I really hope
he's terrifying.
I hope Anthony. I think his name's Anthony Starr. He's the actor. I've never seen him in anything before that I'm aware of. He's Homelander. I hope he gets like an Emmy nomination because I think he probably did the best acting job because he goes from when they had the episode where he was where they were trying to do not the reality show, but the
documentary.
it was basically a documentary show. And he goes from being on camera to being off camera, Homelander. Like I chilling.
Yeah,
so good.
I must have missed it, but there was an issue when he's filming that commercial. There's a blanket on the bed.
It was the blanket that he had when he was an infant in the lab.
Oh, so it was actually his blanket, and he didn't want to see it.
His actual blanket, and someone on the production team thought it would be a good idea to put that there.
Fucking Ricky or Randy or something.
Ricky Set Def or something like that. Like
fucking asshole.
Set Deck. So my favorite scene. So it was. I really had to think because there were 3 scenes that I really loved. It was the first was the fight between Butcher and Huey and Translucent.
Oh, that was God.
That was so fucking great. Fighting the Invisible Man. Like and that the special effects were done so well. I wasn't sure it was going to look good, but then once they spits blood on him, I'm like, oh, this looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That was really good. And then when Kamiko first gets out, when they first find Kamiko, and Frenchie lets her out, and then her captors show up, and she takes one of the guy's eyeballs, crushes him into his head, and then snaps his neck, and then goes and then punches a guy so hard that his stomach explodes, and then another guy walks in, sees that, and then just shoots himself in the head rather than getting killed by her. I thought that was great, but the best scene is when and Butcher are finding out Vought's dirty little secret that
at the hospital.
That under the guise of a polio vaccine, that for the past 50 years, Compound V has been put into random or maybe not so random kids, and the baby, the baby with the blue laser beams.
Yeah.
And then a fucking security crew shows up with automatic weapons, and Butcher's just like, watch this, mate, and then just grabs the baby and because it's horrifying and hilarious all at the same time. I loved it.
Yeah.
He literally uses a baby as a weapon to eviscerate 3 people.
Beautiful. That's awesome.
Fuck, man. There's all of those scenes are great. I don't know. There was a lot of... I don't think I can even pick one. I liked a lot of the quiet moments, the really intense ones, like especially between Huey and Butcher. Whenever Homelander was there, it was fucking terrifying. Yeah. It was genuinely like uneasy, just him being around. Black Noir was great.
Yeah. Yeah.
That he was just, and we got a cool superhero fight scene between him and Kamiko.
Yeah. That was
the
good.
Female. Yeah. And then fucking Homelander calls the 7 or the remaining 7 into the room, and he's like, "But you Black Noir, you're doing great. Keep it up."
Yeah. You all been fucking up except you, Black Noir.
Yeah. I want
the
more of
motherfucker
him.
doesn't say a fucking word the entire time.
And he starts playing the piano, and I want to see more of him.
Oh, I have no doubt that we're going to get more of him.
Yeah.
They've got a plan for a character like that.
He's their Batman.
Yeah.
He's their Batman and their Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
Because in G.I. Joe, Snake Eyes never says a fucking word, and that's why I knew like at least that, and even his design with the like how he looks is very Snake Eyes-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I will say also another runner-up for best scene was that last scene. Well, the next to last scene at Sitwell's home, because it was. I love how they shot it. It was all in the dark. Certain things are lit up just right, so you can see Butcher's face, But
it was very comic book reminiscent.
Yeah.
It felt like it was pulled out of a comic. That's probably my favorite scene.
Okay.
No, just the tension building in that, and then the eventual payoff, and just we're all fucked now.
Yeah.
Kind of aspect to the end of it. Yeah, I'd say that was my favorite scene.
So for a show that starts off with such a what the fuck moment of, his girlfriend getting pasted in front of him, it had an even more what the fuck ending to the season.
It did, and I loved it.
Yeah. Did not
absolutely
cliffhanger.
fucking loved it.
I will say, out of
because-
all the twists that I've ever seen in a TV show, that's probably the hardest twist I've seen.
Yeah.
Jordan, what were you saying? Because what?
the way that it was shot and set up, you could see his heart break in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, oh, what the fuck? Because that was basically the last few years of his life has been being a renegade, trying to kill superheroes, and just like a criminal, basically.
For nothing.
Yeah. He's burned so many bridges, and the one person that he thought he could trust and was closest with is just like still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she also was not raped by Homelander.
Well, we don't know that.
No, we do. She was in there for 3 hours.
Again, we don't know that.
And she left of her own accord.
But you're, again, assuming that. We don't know. We do not know that for sure. We do not.
Well, I'm willing to go out on a limb and say she was not raped by Homelander.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
The
they're
way-
already
the way
started filming
Homelander-
season 2. So.
The way Homelander talked about it in the last scene seemed like he might have raped her. The way he talked was very much like, yeah, I don't believe a word he's fucking saying. I
will say another favorite scene of mine was A-Train at Huey's house.
Ooh, yeah, that was good.
Fuck.
And I loved it when Kimiko shows up and just break that motherfucker's leg.
Because I really, like, at that point, I had no idea how he was getting out of that.
Yeah, really.
Like, I don't think there was any hint whatsoever that he brought anybody with him.
Well, he had the V, so he still had that as leverage. But yeah, it looked like A-Train was gonna go after him anyway.
Yeah, it seemed like, yeah, because it looked like the only thing he brought was that, and that was his last hope for running out of there alive.
Right.
So, like, when she drops down from the air conditioner vent or whatever,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, shit!
Yeah.
And then she fucking... What was it, a crowbar?
It was like
I think it was a pipe.
or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, my God. She snaps his leg, and then you're
great.
like, oh, they're going to cut away. And then you just see the
Nope.
bone.
Dude, she completely destroyed his fucking leg.
And it took him how long to recover? Like, maybe a day?
72
It was like-
hours. Yeah.
Something like, well, because of the compound V. And
Yeah.
Whew.
Pulling an entire train.
Let's
And
talk
then-
about the moment you really want to talk about, Rob. Pop Claw.
She kills a man.
Yep. Would you say
so-
he was a dirty pig that she killed?
I know that she would. Well, no. So Popclaw is like A-Train's clandestine girlfriend, and
Yeah.
she clearly used to be one of the heroes, but now she's not anymore.
She wasn't one of the 7. She was in the Teenage Kicks, which was what A-Train, Mesmer, her, and a couple others were in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like
Teen
they're Young
Titans.
They're
Justice
Teen
or whatever.
Titans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Teen Titans. Perfect. So A-Train is secretly dating her, and he keeps promising her that he's gonna reveal it to everyone so they could be together in public. Which I thought was just a fucking hilarious, because like clearly he's never gonna do that
No.
for you, but okay.
Yeah.
Their relationship's really fucked up. They do Compound V together, and she got rip shit on Compound V, and crushed her landlord's head with her ass in a sexual fashion first.
Yep.
Sprayed his brains all over the room.
And she didn't even realize it immediately.
And she had no idea, which is the part that fucked me up the worst.
And
She was
she
really
was just
hot.
kind of like, ah, shit.
She finished,
Yeah.
and then realized.
And she was like, oh, shit.
It's a really
And then
progressive
fucking-
show.
And then immediately afterward, the boys come in, are like, all right.
Yeah, like they were watching the entire time.
The second
Like, what if
time
she
they didn't
could
save
crush
somebody.
his fucking head in. What was the plan?
Huey's like, should we do something? Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? He's like, Butcher's right. Like, come on, you're not gonna do anything to save that. Like,
You say, like, you can't get across the street, into the house, all that. And,
Up the
yeah.
steps, through the door in 10 seconds.
But it was just
Amazing.
interesting because you got to see that from Huey's perspective where he's like, we got to do something. We got to do something.
Right.
So that was interesting the way that was happening at the same time.
Yeah. I just, like, for a what the fuck moment in a TV show, like, that's got to be up there.
That was actually in the first trailer I saw, the Red Band trailer, and so when it happened, I was like, oh, okay, so that's what that is. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, no,
I didn't see that
it's a quick snippet that's of his brain popping out. Like, that's...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fucking Popclaw, which is a great fucking name.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like their X-23.
Yeah. I wanted to ask, of the 7, who is your favorite of the 7?
Fucking Homelander.
Just love to hate him.
I will say who... I got 2 answers. Because one, I've got who is the funniest. And I want to say overall, like, with the show, I thought it was going to be a lot like a... I'm not saying the show wasn't funny, but from the trailer, I thought it was going to be more of a comedy because they put a lot of the comedy into the trailer, and it's not, and that's not a bad thing. It's just...
No, but it's definitely not a comedy.
It's definitely not a comedy. Yeah. But the majority of the comedy of the show comes from the deep.
Oh my god!
And whoever the actor is, he did a great job with that role.
Chase Crawford.
Okay,
he was on either Gossip Girl or Pretty Little Liars. I don't remember which one it is. I think it's Gossip Girl.
Okay, he did such a great fucking job with that role, and all the different fucking moments he was talking to different things like lobsters and the dolphin that he stole from Oceanland. Oh man,
that was such an awkward scene. Oh my god.
But it was so fucking great.
He's like, I told you, we'll figure that out in the future.
And every time it's for naught because the dolphin died, the lobster died, like. And then
Dude,
also
the lobster thing was fucking hysterical.
Yeah, no, not that one. That guy over there.
Yeah, that's my guy.
That's my guy. Yeah, he did. He said, "That's my guy."
And then he
like winks
like,
at him.
No.
He like winks at him and gives him a thumbs up right before he kills it.
Right.
It's fucking amazing. The best part is we don't know anything that's said on the other side.
Exactly. I loved the conversation because he's like, "Oh, how'd you get there? Tell me about it." Like, what could he have said that you would relate to? Like, but I do have a theory. I think that he's going to be a villain in the next season.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I just want to make sure that I wasn't the only one reading that. So
no, I definitely took that how that ended with him becoming the supervillain that Homelander didn't expect.
Yeah.
Also, so grossed out by his fucking gills and the way that
his rape scene,
his rape scene. Yes. Good God.
Holy shit.
He in turn is sexually assaulted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
By just some fucking girl from Sandusky, Ohio.
By the way,
which I think might have been the most understated commentary in that sequence. Was it's just some random girl from Ohio, which means it could be anybody.
Yeah.
One of the greatest lines of the whole thing is his handler in Sandusky was, "Hey, we're not some shit heap like Akron."
Yeah. Not like that shithole Akron. And he just starts like it's some kind of big inside joke they have in Sandusky, Ohio.
Or that everybody knows.
Like every
Akron's
Ohioan is aware that Akron is a shit heap. So for comedic relief, he's my favorite. But yeah, Homelander is definitely the most compelling of all of them, just because he's such a fucking sociopath.
Yeah. And Queen Maeve is just it's just depressing.
Yeah.
That she's like, she even says like, yeah, I used to be when she's talking to Starlight, like I used to be just like you and young and idealistic, and the world just fucking broke her, and now she's this cynical asshole that lets a plane full of people die.
Yeah.
And is just stone-faced like the entire time.
Yeah.
About everything, almost.
Yeah, she's so numb to it now.
And that's how that's the fucked up thing is like, that's how I read Wonder Woman. Like when I read Wonder Woman in Justice League books or her own, she's very much that character that's just unbothered by everything and wants to go home.
Just world weary, kind of.
Yeah, just like,
well, she
can't even bother to be angry anymore.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's an interesting commentary on Wonder Woman. That's
Yeah.
I hope
that's how I read it. Anyway,
they obviously she's around, so they'll do more with her. But I hope they do more with her. Not just have her in the next season, but do more with her.
Well, she might be one of their only chances to actually go against Homelander.
Yeah,
because she's shown super strength and a level of invulnerability,
right?
Getting shot point blank by a machine gun.
Yeah.
So hopefully she joins up with the boys at some point.
It seems they all have that. At least in the 7, but it seems like all the Compound V superheroes have super strength and they're bulletproof, because fucking Annie took 2 M82 sniper rifle, like those are 50 cal bullets that she took, and she was like just a little winded.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that from like that close, I mean, she was like, oh, she's really strong and powerful, but as soon as you see that, you're like, oh, you really shouldn't piss her off, should you?
And she's the Supergirl, obviously.
Yeah, but like an actual good person.
We haven't seen A-Train take a bullet, but I would assume that he probably would be bulletproof as well, but we don't know.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess because Kamiko has got super strength.
Right.
That's how she broke his leg.
Right.
How cool was it to see Simon Pegg?
Yeah.
As Huey's dad.
There's a character in the comic book. I think it's Huey.
It is Huey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, Huey is fashioned after him. Yeah.
Is fashioned entirely after him.
Yeah.
Because when I picked up the book, I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute!
Yeah.
That's just Simon Pegg."
But so now they've done Samuel L. Jackson and now Simon Pegg. We got the.
It's like when you pick up Wanted and you see that Wesley's based off of Eminem, and it's really off-putting because it's like exactly Eminem.
Yeah, it's not. They're not even trying.
No.
Simon Pegg was actually supposed to play Huey whenever this got developed, but because it was
in development,
he's a little too old. Mm-hmm. Obviously, they just made him his dad, which was still really cool that they were able to include him.
Yeah.
Well, because wasn't there a movie in the works for a long time?
Yeah.
That just never went anywhere. But
I'm glad they went with the series.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because there's so much more that you can flesh out in a series than a 2-hour movie.
Oh, dude, I just thought of all the cameos that are in it. Like, such great cameos. Like, Billy Zane as himself in the Popclaw movie.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen, shows up as working with Black Noir on whatever movie in the VCU.
Yeah.
Which is not the Virginia Commonwealth University. It's the Vought Cinematic Universe.
Jim Beaver from Supernatural was in this as like one of the generals that Sitwell was talking to.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was cool.
So what are your theories for what happens now at the end, now that Homelander has kept Butcher alive to show him his ex-wife, his still wife, whatever, with Homelander's 8-year-old child.
His presumed dead wife.
His presumed dead wife, yes, with Homelander's 8-year-old kid.
Who has the laser vision.
Yes.
That he has.
And just a general Hitler Youth look about him.
Yeah. got a real SS vibe off that little kid.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He is straight from Deutschland.
For me, I don't know if it would be next season unless it's only going to have 2 seasons. But whatever the end of Homelander, whenever that is, I feel it has to be like with Superman, how he's vulnerable to pretty much only 2 things: kryptonite and magic, or red sun. So 3 things. But I feel like probably the only thing that can hurt Homelander is Compound V. So I would think that whatever it is, it's gonna have to be either Maeve or it's gonna have to be Starlight, someone using like Compound V on the edge of a spear or something. I don't know, but that's my theory. I don't know if that's gonna happen next season or the season after, or however many seasons. But I have no idea what they're gonna do after that scene. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know where that was the cliffhanger of all cliffhangers. Because, I mean, fucking Mother's Milk and Frenchie escape with Kamiko. Last time you see Starlight and Huey, they're trying to revive A-Train, who just had a heart attack from going into withdrawal from V. And then we got Butcher and Homelander after the explosion, and pretty sure the only person that really died in that explosion was a baby.
Yep.
Which is crazy to think.
Yeah.
But unless that baby is a Compound V baby.
Any other thoughts on The Boys?
I finished watching it, and then I sat there, and the realization dawned on me that we have to wait till probably next summer to finish or at least continue the series, and I got real upset because I was so captivated by the end. I'm like, oh well, that was a hell of a build.
Are we talking like pouty upset, or that you started throwing things around the room upset?
I threw things around the room while pouting.
Oh,
It was
Rare
really
combo.
It was adorable. It was.
I weep for Michelle.
One of the things coming out of the show for me was, I mean, I guess I was thinking about it earlier on, but how ineffectual Translucent is as a hero, other than the fact he could be invisible sometimes.
Well, he's
he's really not capable of anything.
He's indestructible, technically.
Right.
Well.
But he's not even
99%.
But he's not even like I don't know. He's not like a hero. Like, he doesn't have anything. He just can be invisible and is indestructible.
Well, he can't be anything anymore.
No. And why is that?
Well, because they put a bunch of C4 up his ass and blew him up. By the way, how great was this fucking soundtrack throughout the?
It was awesome.
That's what I wanted to say. I think I said that to you guys, that I couldn't believe how good the soundtrack was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
When Frenchie's character is introduced in the second episode, there's a bunch of like hardcore French rap. Like,
yeah,
it was great. But it is funny. Like, Cherry Bomb plays at the end of the second episode when Huey blows up, and I couldn't help but think of Guardians.
Yeah,
because that's such a.
Oh yeah, that song is forever.
Yeah.
Connected to that movie because of that scene.
Yep.
But
just the blowing, the idea that they had Translucent in a cage so they know where he was, and the only way that they could think to penetrate his skin was to physically penetrate him with C4 up his ass.
Yeah.
And something that we learned about Translucent that they don't really expand on too much was that he actually had a kid.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Remember, Starlight mentions it, and Huey kind of has his moment of like,
oh shit,
one of his like panic attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
we're
right.
definitely gonna
Totally
find
forgot
out
that.
more of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope they address that again.
Man, I really loved Huey. He's such a great character.
Yeah.
And just the fact that nobody gives him any credit.
Well, he's a great everyman.
Yeah.
You know, and he's a great portal for the audience since we too are powerless. You know, in a lot of different ways.
But him
But Andrew
hacking the
mostly.
computer, like he constantly would impress people
Yeah.
because they'd underestimate him.
Each person in The Boys, he had a moment to impress them.
Yeah.
Right. I loved it. I'm really glad that it is going to have a second season. I don't know if Amazon Prime releases quote-unquote ratings, but the fact that it's getting a second season and they announced it so soon after the first season came out, I think they got a lot of viewership for it. I saw several friends on my Facebook, on my very small amount of friends in Facebook, talking about it, so I think it got pretty good saturation. So
It's got an 8.8 on IMDb.
that's great.
Good.
But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to the second season, and this is a season of TV that I would watch over again. I've watched it twice now, and I would definitely watch it again because it's what comedy is there is hilarious, and what drama is there is really good.
Yeah. I hope they do more. I know it's not really the point of the show, but I would like more super battles. Like we got between Black Noir and Kimiko and A-Train and Starlight and things like that.
So that's one theory that I guess I forgot to say. Like, we're definitely getting that. Like, the fact that Homelander's plan of having supervillains now all over the world pop up, super terrorists, whatever you want to call them, that one that we saw was just the first, and there are going to be others.
Right.
That's going to be a huge thing in the next season. Absolutely.
Because he's probably gonna need help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's how does that guy ask for fucking help?
Right.
No, but I loved it. I thought the funny moments were genuinely funny. The tense moments were very tense. They were handled with a lot of care as far as the way to build the tension, be it the camera work, the editing, all that stuff. Like the scene when Huey is exiting Popclaw's apartment and A-Train is getting there.
Oh man.
And they have to pass each other.
He just gets right in his face.
It also, I think the show also, most likely deliberately, but definitely used like Zack Snyder's palette.
Yes. I noticed that a lot.
It did have the
It had
feel.
that real
Interesting.
like gritty dark vibe.
I didn't notice that.
It reminded me of like a early 2000s kind of action flick where everything is kind of like a grayish green look.
One of my favorite things about it was finding out that Homelander was not just staring at a photo of his face.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Such a fucking creep.
Because to that point, I'm like, dude, maybe this guy's really an alien. Like,
Yeah,
is he so fucking
he's
weird?
the Martian Manhunter of the.
Right. He's so fucking strange.
Yeah.
So when you find out that he's actually looking through the wall, you're like, oh, okay. But nobody really knows, I guess, that he's doing that. So it looks like he's staring at
Who
a
the
photo
fuck's
of
gonna get
himself.
on him about it? They're all
Yeah.
terrified
Right.
of him.
Yeah.
Hey, Homelander, what you doing? Shut up. Okay. I'm going now.
The way that he would use his red eyes to threaten him.
Yep.
Dude.
Because
The
that's
whole
what Superman
scene-
would do.
Yeah. Or like the whole scene when he went to whatever, we're in the Middle East, and he was
Syria.
taking out. Thank you. When he was taking out everybody in the factory, and all you could see was his glowing red eyes in the darkness.
Oh,
That was like something out of a fucking horror movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he he fucking cuts the one dude's legs off and is like sadistically torturing him and crushes his. Ugh.
Andrew, would you say that was almost spooky?
The sound wave on that looked cool.
I'll just say to anyone who's listening to this who hasn't seen it, sorry we spoiled you on everything, but go see it. Go watch
spoiler
it.
alert.
Yeah, go watch it. It's really good. You get Carl Urban saying, well, a lot. And he'll follow that up with, like, if it isn't the invisible cunt or something like that. He'll say cunt a lot, too. So
Super thick Cockney accent, like a
Oh, God,
cartoonishly thick Cockney accent.
Yeah, but it's so great. He
Yeah.
pulls it off.
Oh, I especially love the way that they do the cold opens.
Yeah.
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 And just the stylistic choice. I thought that was so cool. So
My-
interesting. How is the graphic going to fit on the screen? I kept
Right.
asking myself.
My favorite one was when Billy Joel's Big Shot kicked in. Dun, 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 dun.
What a great show, man.
I really enjoyed it a lot. Can't wait.
It was
for the next
dude. It was such a fantastic watch. It's super entertaining from start to finish. I don't think that there was an episode that I started to get comfortable on my couch and dozed off to. I think I was up and ready for this for the entire run of the show. Definitely.
So yeah, we're definitely getting a second season of The Boys. So we can't wait to check that one out.
Yeah.
Any-
Carl Urban posted a picture on his Instagram of just as like filming for season 2 or whatever, and he's just drenched in blood.
Oh, wow.
Oh fuck!
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's great.
That's a great tease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So for Pop Cannon, this has been episode 25.
God.
Tune in for our episode 26.
And hopefully the rest of them.
So I'm Jordan.
I have been Robert.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Brian. Well. If it isn't the end of the podcast.
There we go. Got it.